In the small town of Liama, in the heart of Cape Formosa Highland, there lived a king named Eze. He was a just and fair ruler, loved by his people. However, Eze had a major flaw. He was extremely lazy. He spent most of his days sleeping, eating and resting. His daily routine were as predictable as the rising and setting of the sun. As time passed, the people of Liama began to suffer. The kingdom's farms were neglected, the roads were untarred, and the markets were empty. The people longed for a ruler who would take care of them and lead the kingdom towards prosperity. But Eze remained oblivious to their complaint and continued with his easy life. The council of chiefs also became frustrated with Eze's laziness. They had tried several times to make him realize his responsibility, but he refused to listen. His laziness led him to gain so much weight that he would barely move from his bed. The council of chiefs were at loss, not knowing what to do to help their king. Soon, news of Eze's sluggishness spread to neighboring kingdoms, and evil enemy rulers started mocking him. This humiliation finally hit Eze hard. One day, while looking at himself in the mirror, he felt ashamed of what he had become. He realized that if he had continued like this, his kingdom would fall apart. Determined to find a solution, Eze made an announcement throughout the kingdom. Whoever helped him regain his fitness and strength would receive a grand reward. The kingdom's best physicians and healers rushed to the palace, preparing various herbal medicines and tonics for the king. They promised that they would help him lose weight. However, despite consuming the medicines and tonics, Eze's condition worsened. His weight continued to increase instead of decreasing. The king was disappointed and felt like giving up. But then an old medicine man arrived in the kingdom. The old man named Ogbo heard about Eze's predicament and approached the palace guards. "I have a special remedy," he said confidently, "but the king must come to me himself. I do not visit royals, and this remedy will only work if I give it to him personally." When the guards conveyed Ogbo's message to Eze, he was overjoyed. At last, someone has a solution. But when he learned that he had to go to Ogbo's himself, he was enraged. "What nonsense is this?" he fumed. "I can't even get out of bed. How does he expect me to walk to him?" His council of chiefs, however, persuaded him to try. With the help of his soldiers, Eze reluctantly forced himself to sit up. He took a few small steps. Though it was extremely difficult, he persisted and slowly made his way to Ogbo's humble hut. Upon reaching there, the king was told that Ogbo was away and that he would have to return the next day to receive the remedy. Eze was furious, but he had no choice. The next day, struggling once again, he walked all the way to Ogbo's hut. This continued for several days, and each time Ogbo made an excuse, asking him to return the next day. Unknowingly, Eze was walking more and more each day. After a month, Ogbo finally handed Eze a cup of simple water. He chanted some prayers over it and gave it to him, saying, "Drink this, and you will be cured." Eze drank the water eagerly, then asked what the miraculous remedy was called and how it was prepared. Ogbo smiled and said, "Your Majesty, there is no special medicine. It's just ordinary water." Eze was shocked. "What then?" he asked. "How did I lose weight?" Ogbo laughed and said, "You were never healed by any magical remedy. You healed yourself. Over the past months, you have walked to my hut every single day. Your efforts, perseverance, and determination have made you healthy again. There was no shortcut, only hard work." Eze was speechless. He realized how foolish he had been, waiting for an easy solution, when all he needed was effort and consistency. He thanked Ogbo and returned to his palace. Determined to take charge of his life and his kingdom, he began to work tirelessly, attending to the needs of his people and ensuring that the kingdom prospered. He surrounded himself with the wise advisors and ministers who helped him make informed decisions. The people of Leama were overjoyed to see their king transformed. They praised him for his newfound wisdom and energy. The kingdom began to flourish, and the people lived in peace and prosperity. Eze never forgot the lesson he learned from Ogbo. He realized that there were no shortcuts to success or self-improvement. He understood that hard work, perseverance, and determination were the keys to achieving his goal. Eze was forever grateful to Ogbo for teaching him the value of hard work and perseverance. He made sure to visit Ogbo often, seeking his counsel and wisdom.